Hey guys, what's going on? BagginScrappy here, and today I have a battle that was part of the Nugget Bridge Summer Scramble. This one was against Alex. It was a best of 3 match, and we're just going to see who pulls out the win in the second match. Unfortunately, I did not get to record the first one, but this is game 2, and we will see who will win. So I'm using my Trick Room team, as you could probably tell from the team preview. I'm going to lead with my Trevenant and my Scrappy. Scrappy, of course, being able to fake out and letting the Trevenant set up the Trick Room. So Solomon's is going to intimidate both my Pokemon, which both hurt, seeing how they are both physical attackers. And I get my Intimidate off onto his Kang, which is really good because his Kangaskhan is such a big threat, and to have it at a lower attack stat, it is really great. So I withdraw and go into my Easy Bake, my Rotom Heat, and protect my Trevenant because I thought he was going to keep his Scrappy ability and possibly try to get rid of it. And as we see, he does, and I get a free switch in. So now I switch out once again, and I go into my Scrappy again, so I can get another Intimidate off onto the Kangaskhan, so we can put him at a safe -2. Which is really great. I'm guessing that the Solomon's Choice Scarf, as that is the most popular item for Solomon's right about now, the special attacking Solomon's. So the Intimidate does not hurt it as much. Fortunately, Easy Bake does avoid that Fire Blast, even though it wouldn't do much damage, and we see that he lives, and I actually get to fire off a Hidden Power. This is Hidden Power Ice. I didn't breed it. A friend of mine did breed it for me, and surprised the Solomon's enough to actually KO it, which was really great. So that's awesome. He now brings in his Rotom Heat, and I wasn't sure really what to do to it, because I don't really have anything super effective against it, except for the Rock Slide from my Mega Mawile. So I just swapped back out into my Trevenant, hoping that he won't attack, but it doesn't matter because I fake out him so I can get a free switch. So everyone's in here. So he goes for the King Shield, which I kind of predicted. I didn't want him substituting either, but just in case he was going to overheat or Shadow Ball, I just protected with my Trevenant so he wouldn't hit me. He goes for the overheat, and as you see, it does not matter. And I get the taunt off onto his Aegislash, which is really good, because that means his Aegislash cannot substitute or King Shield. So he withdraws the Aegislash now because he doesn't want any of that. I was actually expecting him to stay in with the Aegislash, so his turn didn't go out as well as I would hope. I get a Drain Punch off onto the Rotom Heat, just doing around 25%, and I get some health back, but then as we see, I go for the Shadow Claw onto Kang, and it isn't that great. So now the Kang's back at normal attack, and as we see, that return does a whole heck of a lot of damage. But luckily my Scrappy lives, but he goes for the Overheat as a great. Now Trevenant's dead, but he goes for Scrappy, so he didn't really want that Scrappy there for the Drain Punch for his Kangaskhan and the Crunch for his Aegislash, I guess. But this Scrappy, my bad, doesn't even carry Crunch because I have the Rotom Heat and the Trevenant for Aegislash. So I get the burn onto Kangaskhan, which is really good. Just trying to nerf him as much as possible so I can bring in my Rotom Heat. He goes for the Power Up Punch onto Easy Bake. I'm not expecting a whole lot of damage, but he does get a crit, so he does a little bit more than he should have originally, and my Rotom takes a little bit of damage. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp onto my Trevenant, but that's fine because Trevenant's really here to spread Will-O-Wisp around and to stall out with the Harvest ability, but if he can get some hits, I'm fine with that. So I go for the Shadow Claw, as you see with the burn, not doing a lot of damage, and now that Kang is really close to be knocked out by the burn. So I withdraw my Easy Bake because I just want to get another Intimidate off onto that, so I swap into my Mawile. That was a risky play because he could have overheated, but I'm surprised why he hasn't overheated my Trevenant, as he could have in multiple scenarios, but he doesn't decide to go for it. Luckily, he goes for the Return and not the Power Up Punch, so my Mawile doesn't take that much of damage. He gets another crit, which was kind of unfortunate. Goes for the Thunderbolt actually onto the Mawile also, and luckily my Mawile lives for some strange reason, and I get the Trick Room up. So there we go. The Trick Room took a while to set up, and I also know from the first game that his Aegislash is actually a faster Aegislash, faster than Trick Room Aegislash is. So here I Mega Evolve, and I don't target the Kang at all. I just go for the double protect, so it can just die to its own burn, and I don't have to take any unnecessary damage this turn. So that happens, and his Kang also has protect. I don't know why he didn't protect, and why he didn't just go for, say, a power up punch or sucker punch or something along the lines of that. He just protected, which was kind of useless because I was just foddering off his Kang when he could have done some extra damage before dying to that burn. Also, I guess he doesn't have sucker punch because he has protect, and maybe he has earthquake, but most have sucker punch. So it goes for the King Shield. I kind of expected this, and I go for the rock slide because I didn't want to go for, say, a sucker punch and then he substituted. So then that's Rotom Heat out of the way, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp onto Aegislash. So I get some residual damage because I also know from game 1 that he has the leftovers. So that will really help me in the long run. The burn isn't taking me down low enough to where I can eat my citrus, which is okay, but oh well. So I go for the Sucker Punch here as it fails, and he goes for the substitute. And all I wanted to do was just make sure that his substitute would be gone for when I bring back my Rotom Heat. So I know that he will outspeed my Rotom Heat when I bring him back, and he's low enough where he can kill him. So I reverse my Trick Room, so then when either one of my Pokemon die next turn, I can bring him Rotom Heat. Hopefully break the substitute, and then I can KO with the Choice Specs Thunderbolt. So I eat my citrus. I go for the Sucker Punch here because I don't want King Shield or anything like that, and it's the only thing I have that is super effective against Aegislash. His substitute fades, which is good. And he stance changes, and he actually Flash Cannons Mawile, I think. Yep, he Flash Cannons Mawile because he knows I can't do much damage with that burn Shadow Claw. As we will see here, I go for the Shadow Claw. Does actually nice damage because he has very low defense when he is in blade form, and after the recovery, he will not die to his own burn. So we're all taking our burn damage, and I bring in Rotom Heat at this point because I'm just like, alright, my last Pokemon, but he forfeits because he knows that he will not win. So that was a good game. We will see who will win in game 3 and pull out the victory.